Turtles have a widely known reputation for being solitary, having little to no maternal instincts, preferably laying eggs, and abandoning them at last, leaving the young to fend for themselves. However, what if I told you that isn't exactly the truth? Yes, you heard me right. Some species of turtles actually display highly social behaviors, such as parental care and more. Today, I will go over a small yet enlightening list of examples of some of these social species. To begin, let's start off with the biggest turtle species in the Amazon. The Arrau turtles. Arrau turtles, also known as giant Amazon river turtles or Podocnemis expansa, exhibit parental care. These astounding Chelonians migrate in the thousands during the nesting season to nest in Erythrocephala. And once they're done laying their eggs, they wait by the shore in deep holes with each other until their babies hatch. As soon as the babies hatch, the mothers will lead the babies into the water through vocalizations and leave with the babies, covering them to head into the flooded forests, where the hatchlings continue to follow them and stay together with the females for more than 2 months. The Arrau turtles, hatchlings and adults, make up to 200 known distinct calls to each other, all for their own distinct social tasks. This includes guiding the babies into the water, synchronizing hatching, casual social interaction between turtles, and more. When a team of researchers and scientists released hatchlings into the wild close to the females responded to their calls and approached them. This instance also occurred in captivity, when a female was put into a tank with her recently hatched clutch of 140 hatchlings. The hatchlings made calls that weren't heard in other situations and followed the female, covered her, rested in her axial and inguinal regions, on the neck, and on top of the carapace. After that, the hatchlings continued to follow below the mother when she moved. It has been widely known that different reptiles like crocodiles do indeed express parenting skills, but there's something a bit different when it comes to these turtles. The crocodiles nest alone due to being certain that the hatchlings are theirs. However, Arrau turtles nest in huge quantities and do not have a preference when it comes to taking care of their own or other turtles' offspring. Vote, one of the scientists that participated in these studies, says beaches are used by generations of females, and hatchlings and females may be close relatives. Turtles are known to live for decades, and it is presumed that the turtle behavioral patterns, seeming inherent or instinctual, may as well be learned from older relatives or individuals in general. This wouldn't be too surprising, however, due to the fact that redfoot tortoises have been proven to exhibit social learning despite being a species that has been widely recognized as being solitary. According to Vote, the social interactions of Arrau turtles, as far as researchers know, include recognizing each other, hanging out in groups, observing each other, opening their beaks toward another turtle without biting or aggression, following each other, face-to-face interactions, nipping at the back of the shell, and more. Some of these interactions can be observed through these video clips from a YouTube video published by National Geographic. As you can see, these interactions are pretty fascinating. But Arrau turtles are not the only turtles that engage in these types of social interactions. In fact, marine turtles have been recorded doing what seems to be cuddling or snuggling and more. But it is still unknown what was the underlying reason for these social interactions, as there isn't enough research conducted on that topic. The social behavior recorded in this study is shown and described in the following: head touching, rubbing, or striking heads together, including gyrating beak swipes and gular pumping. Contact, physical contact between two or more turtles that does not involve head touching or bite. Bite, a turtle biting another turtle. Pursuit, intentional pursuit done to another turtle. Contest, any aggressive interaction that could involve head touch, bite, or pursuit. Inspect, a non-aggressive interaction involving no physical contact. They recorded 149 instances of the social interactions of turtles. 3 were adult females and 1 was a juvenile. Despite some aggressive behaviors being seen, others seem to have innocent motives. These interactions often involve the scular pumping. The category of head touching includes instances where turtles rub the sides of the face together or orange showcase. Gyrating beak swipes, which is when turtles use their throats to pump water in and out of their mouths and noses. Turtles use it to smell the water, and sometimes each other. It is portrayed in the previously shown video recordings. Another species on this list are the Hickatee turtles. Hickatee turtles live in groups for reasons other than foraging, reproducing, and fighting. It is unknown the exact reasons they do this, but researchers have evidence that it is socially motivated. This group living behavior is not influenced by reproduction. Since most of these cluster analyses did not involve a mature adult, it is also not influenced by habitat selection. Since the team involving this study used an open area with a uniform habitat and little to no structure, keep in mind that this species of turtle does not leave the water except for laying eggs, so these behaviors are not caused by group basking. There were several occasions where social moments were observed. For example, one night, clusters of turtles may change positions while containing majority of the same individuals. Following the next night, there were instances of turtles being in very close proximity, such as 4 adult females that were so close together that their shells touched. More observations were seen when seemingly sleeping turtles remained still a couple of meters apart during the day but remained in close proximity when active. The last species on this list is the red-headed river turtle. Red-headed Amazon river turtles demonstrate lots of social behaviors. There are set hierarchies amongst turtles, typically centered towards larger females or males. Amongst red-headed turtles, when there's a sleeping group and one of them decides to wake up, the rest of the group wakes immediately after the turtle. It has been observed that the females, who are considerably larger than males, are usually always positioned above the males and smaller turtles as they dominate with their size. The female will prevent other females from going near her chosen male. If a male or smaller turtle attempts to sleep in a higher position, the female will go towards him and persuade him to be lowered with biting or an aggression. Vigilance amongst this species of turtle seems to be a structure characterized to be for one individual at a time, changing between individuals throughout the day. The responsible turtle, in the meantime, sets itself up in a resting position, occasionally stretching the head while being wide awake and looking in all directions. The rest of the group is sleeping, and the vigilant turtle is the first to wake up when triggering signals such as light or obscure movement are detected. After that, the rest of the group wakes up as well. There is a possibility that these sought-out groups are organized using sound communication, and that the vigilant turtle uses this to alert the rest of the individuals. Now, that is all for today. I hope you learned a thing or two about turtles from this video. Let me know which turtle from this list you thought was the most fascinating. Anyways, thank you for watching and goodbye.